Force majeure. That's how this word is pronounced, force majeure. Force majeure is situations outside of one's control. And it's for those events that are outside of your control that excuse one party from completing their part of the agreement while that situation is happening, right? It doesn't excuse it forever, but if the situation lasts forever, like a natural disaster, right? Big earthquake hits LA, maybe the roads are down. Maybe the buildings collapsed or aren't safe to enter right now. The infrastructure, maybe they were out of power. A tornado goes through the Midwest. We don't have power for a while. Or a tsunami hits part of Japan. Natural disasters are out of people's control, and they might only affect one of the parties, right? If somebody's in Japan, the other party's in Ohio. Well, the tornado hitting Ohio is going to affect part of Ohio, but the people in Japan are still going to be like, excuse us, where's our product? Or excuse us, where's payment, right? The other side is not going to always know what's happening, especially when it comes to infrastructure and things that are taken down. But it's not just natural disasters that can be out of our control. What about worker strikes, public holidays, things like that? They're going to be approached differently in different cultures. And so what might be foreseeable and avoidable in one country may not be seen that way in another. Right? The idea of a strike in the United States or Canada is seen differently than a strike down in Latin America. One is normal, one is foreseeable based on the timing of the contracts, and the others are not. So is somebody excused from doing their responsibilities under the contract? That's what force majeure means. Are you excused from doing your responsibilities while the situation is happening? Right? If there's a strike, are you still responsible for getting the product out? If there's an earthquake, are you still responsible for getting the product out? Things like that. And so what we want to do is we want to clarify, the passing away of a big figure like royalty, the Pope, whomever. These big figures are going to impact different cultures differently. And so what that might be an absolute travesty in one country, another country might be like, dude, get over it. I need you at work the next day. So making sure we're on the same page about these things is what force majeure is, right? Like if an earthquake takes out the warehouse and the warehouse needs to be rebuilt, it's going to take 5 years to rebuild it. Does that mean they have 5 years that they don't owe you your product? These types of things that we don't want to sit there and focus on them because they don't happen often. But when they do happen, we want to make sure everyone is on the same page. And when we have the cultural differences across borders, it's really important to make sure that is clarified in your contract.